Welcome back to Ancient Terrible Things. We're doing a complete playthrough, and first up is going to be the captain because he has the map token. So he has one of each token right now, one for courage, feat, focus, and treasure, and these are his 3 starting feat cards. So let's go to the board and we will have the captain move out and try and complete one of the card quests at one of the locations. Okay, so the first step is the Riverboat Phase, and that would mean if all of these cards, all the locations were empty, we would need to replace them with new cards. However, that's not the case. So now we're on to the Explore Phase. So the captain going first, he's here at the riverboat, he gets to go to a location. And I think he's going to go to the Ghastly Gorge right here. He will collect the feat token that is there. And now he can exchange cards. He can get rid of any number of cards and gather any number of cards. And I think he's going to get rid of Break the Fever. He's going to discard this one card to the discard pile, and he's going to draw a new card, which he's allowed to do, and it's wrong turn. Swap the positions of any 2 encounters on the board. So he can do that by paying 2 if he likes. However, what he has landed on now is the next phase will be the Desperation Phase, which means if he had enough courage tokens, he could spend 3 of them right now and just complete this quest or this card without even having to roll any dice. However, he is going to have to roll dice. He needs a straight 1, 2, 3, or it can be 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. It just needs to be 3, and they always show the minimum value on the cards. So this just means a run of 3, anything from 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, that kind of thing. All right, I'm going to zoom in a little here. We're going to set up the dice, and we're going to see how the captain does. Okay, so this card, the champ, the captain needs a straight, and you do not have to complete the card if you don't want to. You can skip that. And also, you will cash in your dice at the end of your turn for some of these options. So I'll leave that here as well. All right, he gets to roll. This is his first roll, and see what he gets. So he ends up getting he already has a 4, 5, 6, and he has a 1 and 2. Well, a 1 and 2 is not going to give him any extra tokens or abilities. So I think he's just going to go ahead. He's going to re-roll everything. So if you re-roll, you cannot just pick and choose the dice to re-roll. You have to re-roll everything, unless you use focus dice specifically to re-roll. So let's just roll everything. And here we go. He has a 1, 2, 3, so he can complete that. And he has a 3 and a 4. So I think he's just going to take that as his turn. So if we look at this card here, the 4 will give him 1 focus token. So he will use the 4 here for 1 focus token. We'll add that to his sheet. Now he has 2. And the 1, 2, 3 completes this. And it is a monster blue symbol card, and it will be worth 3 points at the end of the game. So I'm going to put that over with his card. All right. And that completes his Explore Phase. And we'll just set up here again. And then he will be on to the Terrible Thing Phase, which we passed. He'll be going over onto the Trading Post, which is right here. So I guess we don't really need to adjust the camera. He finishes his Explore, he goes to the Trading Post, and now he has the opportunity to buy swag. Well, he only has 1 treasure, and that is not enough to buy anything because it's $3, 3, and 5. So what you do here now is the last swag card disappears, goes to the bottom of the swag deck. These shuffle down, and a new swag card appears. And it is also a $3 one, and it's a device. And you can cash in 2 focus tokens. You may spend 2 focus tokens to claim 1 treasure, courage, and a feat token at any time. So that's pretty decent card, pretty decent thing. It's worth 3. All right, that is the captain's turn. And now it is time for the journalist here to go. So we'll take a look at the journalist's card, and then we will have her go and explore. Okay, so here's the journalist. Now remember, she has 2 courage tokens, 1 feat, 1 focus, 1 treasure, and her 3 starting cards, Last Gasp, Smooth Talker, and Brave Face. So let's, I guess, go back to the board, and she can then take her Explore Phase. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so the journalist here in the riverboat, again, all of the cards all of the locations are not empty of cards, so now she will go to the explore phase, and she is going to go over here to the yawning chasm, and she is going to immediately collect the focus token, which is nice. Now, the special ability here means she can spend courage tokens anywhere to immediately grab a card off one of the locations. She starts with 2 courage tokens, and so she could right now just spend the 2 and take the weird pool, but I think what she's going to do is she's going to spend the 2 and she's going to grab this one from over on the location, the accursed shrine, and it is worth 2, so she's going to spend her 2 courage tokens, and she just collects that card. So there you go. And now she is encountering the weird pool. All right. And it is a green location, and she needs to have 1 pair to complete this of 3s or higher. So she can have 3s, 4s, 5s, or 6s. All right, I'll adjust the camera here and we'll get to rolling. Okay, so our journalist is all set to roll her 5 green dice, and let's see what she gets. It's a pair of 6s and a pair of 2s. Well, that's, again, not too useful. Not too useful, so she's going to re-roll everything again. So this will be her first of 2 re-rolls that she's allowed. And this time she gets 3 5s and a 2 and 3. I think she is going to... She's going to just re-roll everything again. Let's not worry about it. It's her last roll. And she ends up getting a pair of 3s, which is exactly what she needs for that. And she has a 6 and a 4. So with the 6 and 4, she will grab 2 of the focus tokens, 1 for the 6, 1 for the 4. And the pair of 3s lets her collect this card. So she can now have the weird pool, and it's worth 2 points at the end of the game as well. All right, not a bad roll. So we will zoom out, or we will now go to the... so she's finished up here at the Yawning Chasm, and now she goes to the trading post, and she joins the captain who's already at the trading post. Now again, she only has $1. She cannot buy anything here, so this last piece of swag falls off the end, goes to the bottom of the deck. These shuffle down, and a new piece of swag shows up, and it's the Talisman. And the Talisman costs $3, and it says your dice pool may include a feat dice in place of a focus dice. So a feat dice, again, are the blue ones, and you don't re-roll focus die, you just add +1 to the value. So if you rolled a 2 on a focus die or a feat die, you can spend a feat token to make it a 3. All right, that is going to conclude the first turns. And now, so we would go, and once everyone's had their turn to go from the riverboat and explore, when everyone is back at the trading post, you do the refresh phase. And the refresh phase means if anyone had used cards, some of the cards let you tap or exhaust them, so they would be refreshed, but none of that has happened this turn. And now everyone basically goes back again, so everyone goes back to the riverboat to begin turn 2. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. That was turn 1 of Ancient Terrible Things. We have the captain, we have the journalist. They have both been successful so far, and we will continue in the next episode with turn 2. Thanks for watching.